Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video. And that's right, we come to the last animated sequel film for me to review, a part of Animated Sequel Movie Week. Yep, that's right, you read the title, and as was teased in the last review video, yeah, I think I, probably saved the best for last. That's right. I am finally reviewing the sequel to one of Disney's, unexpected, fantastic animated films that they had done. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And, when it came out, it seemed as though that sometime down the road, we would possibly get a sequel, and thus we did. And boy, because knowing what went down making this sequel, and with the behind the scenes, and with that documentary, how hard they did to make this sequel really good. And, even though it could not top off the first one, it didn't turn out that bad at all. Yeah. They really did a good job on this, especially since this being a sequel to a Disney animated musical. Yeah, and the songs that were brought to this, well, they did not disappoint either. No, I mean, the first songs that really just rocket into high gear, and with these ones, oh yeah. So that's right, guys. I, again, am finally reviewing from 2019, Frozen 2. Yes, Frozen 2, the long-awaited sequel to the first Frozen film, and like I said, it did not disappoint. Again, it may not have topped off the first Frozen film, but at the same time, it still turned out to be a really good, entertaining, excellent computer animated Disney sequel, to one of their best, musical films that they had done, and, just the impact that the first Frozen film brought. And I'm sure the same goes for you all, remember when Frozen 2 was on the way, and, I'm sure all of us were looking forward to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure, though, because it didn't take us that long to just get sick and tired of Frozen blowing up around the world and just with the songs and such, But at the same time, we all still enjoyed it and loved it, and no doubt that, we were looking forward to a sequel. And how else could they do a sequel to the first one, and how much of an impact the first one left off? Well, like I said, and with that documentary series on Disney Plus, etc., what went into making Frozen 2, with the writers, the animators, and with the story that they were coming up with, and with the Lopez's, trying so hard to write some good songs for Frozen 2, and I'm sure a lot of us would remember when Frozen made it to the Oscars, when it won for Best Animated Feature and Original Song, and the Lopez's mentioned about a possible Frozen 2, happy Oscars to you, let's do Frozen 2, a mentioning of Frozen 2, and they were open to do it. And when Frozen 2 finally came out, did really well, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see this in theaters. That is, except for each of my parents. They got to see it. But eventually, because, when I did finally watch it, and most notably on Disney Plus, I enjoyed it. I thought Frozen 2 was a pretty good, excellent sequel. Did not disappoint. What goes on in the story of Frozen 2, and what goes on with the characters, and some new faces that we see, the new songs, the beautiful animation, the funny, and especially the downright emotional stuff. Yeah, Frozen 2, it was really good. And, it would be tough to, say, like, which would be your favorite Frozen film, right? This, Frozen 2 or this one? For me, I'd say both are good. Yeah. And with the other Frozen sequels, you know. But anyways, yeah. Overall, Frozen 2, for me, it's really good. Of course, it could not top off the first one, but at the same time, it did not disappoint with what the first Frozen sequel had to offer, and how much effort and work was brought into the first Frozen sequel by the crew at Walt Disney Animation Studios, from Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, and the Lopez's, everyone that worked on Frozen 2. Well done. Well done, everyone. Okay, so, as always, for me, read the description / the story. Elsa, the Snow Queen, has an extraordinary gift, the power to create ice and snow. But no matter how happy she is to be surrounded by the people of Arendelle, Elsa finds herself strangely unsettled. After hearing a mysterious voice call out to her, Elsa travels to the enchanted forests and dark seas beyond her kingdom. An adventure that soon turns into a journey of self-discovery. Okay, so, with that out of the way, getting into the film itself. Yeah, because, well, just like in the first movie, because, well, we get that chorus, you know, na na hey ya hey ya, and like in the first one, we see younger versions of some of our main characters. In this case, young Anna and Elsa, and young Anna and Elsa being voiced by Matti Conforti, if I'm saying her full name right, and yeah, the voice of young Elsa, and young Anna, Hadley Gonaway, yeah. And well, because they're playing, and then, well, it's time for them to go to bed, and their parents, Iduna, once again being voiced by Evan Rachel Wood, and Agnar, if I am pronouncing, pardon me if I mispronounce some of their names right or wrong, well, most notably wrong. Again, you know me sometimes, okay, bear with me. Their parents, Elsa and Anna's parents, and this time, the king is voiced by Alfred Molina. Now in the first Frozen film, he was voiced by Maurice LaMarche, aka the voice of the Brain, and who can do a spot-on Orson Welles impression, but of course he's done a lot more voice work than those that I just mentioned. But, you know, Alfred Molina, he's acceptable, he's good. You know, not to mention that he previously was in he was in Ralph Breaks the Internet a year before this, you know? I almost said the first Wreck-It Ralph, but, you know, by the way, because I'm sure we all remember, like, the end credit scene of Ralph Breaks the Internet, a sneak preview for Frozen 2, but then it cuts to Ralph, we all get Rick-rolled. And you know what, coincidentally, because, Wreck-It Ralph came first, and then a year after Wreck-It Ralph, the first Frozen, and the same thing happened. First, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and then the next year, Frozen 2. Yeah, so, their father tells them a story about, and mentioning about an enchanted forest, and about magic, and magic not just being with, like, say, goblins, witches, and stuff like that, but on Earth, like, you know, 4 spirits: fire, water, earth, and wind. And, well, because, in this forest, and basically, these people, this group called the Northaldra, if I'm pronouncing that right, which, they are an ingenious genus group, if I might be mispronouncing it, who live within the Enchanted Forest, north of Arendelle, and are known as the People of the Sun. Yeah. The magic that that's in the forest where they live, and them, you know, inhabiting the magic and using it and such. And sooner or later, they meet with the people of Arendelle, and there's a promise of a friendship between them and them shaking hands. And the people of Arendelle, its king at that time, promising to build them a royal dam. And the king, which being Elsa and Anna's grandfather, King Runerd, if I'm pronouncing that right, being voiced by Jeremy Sisto. Yeah. So it seems like, yeah, because peace between and a friendship, peace/a friendship between the people of Arendelle and them, because, you know, going pretty well. However, out of nowhere, and not to mention because we do see a younger version of Elsa and Anna's father having been there, and yeah, because a younger version of Elsa and Anna's father being voiced by Jackson Stein, having been there and seeing that, you know, the peace and friendship between each of them, and, well, at one point, young Agnar, noticing something off in the distance, like, you know, someone playing with wind and such, and it's assuming that it's whom would be Agnar's future wife, presumably. Spoilers. And out of nowhere, fighting begins between the people of Arendelle and, and the Northaldra. Yeah. And, well, because him being protected by one of the Arendelle main, like, soldiers, Mattias, if I'm pronouncing his name right, being voiced by Sterling K. Brown. Trying to protect him, but at one point, yeah, just like, the spirits do not like this. They get pissed, and, you know, eruption happens, all hell breaks loose, and, you know, just basically, yeah, the battle ends because of what the spirits do to stop this, and young Agnar gets knocked out, but then he hears a voice, which is a vocal singing, you know, ah, and he was rescued, and the next time he came back to Arendelle, he would become king. And with the story being finished, because Anna thought that was an awesome story, and she wants to hear more, but it's really time for them to go to bed. And then their mother starts to sing them a song, which like being one of the first songs, which being because I did have a pull. Yeah, all is found. Yeah, and basically, it also means it also means Anthololand. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. You know, and basically, it has to do with, you know, it's a river basically, and a very important song, and with the lyrics that are in this, and, you know, and it being a lullaby and her singing it to them. And, well, as the song is being sung, the opening credits, like, well, just the logo Frozen 2 shows, and then we cut to years later, and especially after the events of the first Frozen film, and, well, seeing Elsa, now Queen of Arendelle, and Elsa, once again, being voiced by good old Idina Menzel. And, because, she does start to hear the same voice that her father heard. Ah. And then seeing the other characters, Anna, once again, being voiced by Kristen Bell. Olaf, once again, being voiced by Josh Gad. And we get another song number. And this time, it's Some Things Never Change. And Olaf first started talking about, you know, about change and things not lasting long, that whole thing, and even Anna then mentioning on, you know, them getting older and stuff like that, yeah. And it's very true, because sometimes things never change, yeah, when you think about it, and what the song explains, and as the characters are singing it. And yeah, because Olaf and Anna singing it, and Elsa then singing it as well, and Kristoff and Sven, and Kristoff once again being voiced by Jonathan Groff. And Kristoff, throughout this movie, is trying so hard and for the right time to pop Anna the question. Yeah, so trying to propose to the girl, but a lot of interruptions that occur And when he says some things that not going in the direction he was intending. Poor Kristoff. Yeah. But yeah, and everybody having a great time in Arendelle, celebrating, and all of them start singing. And later that evening, after the song number's finished, well, Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and Kristoff, they're playing charades. It's quite funny, because Anna's, like, pretending to be a villain, Olaf doing so many, and, well, making the shapes of whom he's pretending to be, like a unicorn, a mouse, which he resembles Mickey Mouse. It's so obvious. And pretending to be Elsa, you know, because of the dance move she did. Here I stand, moving her hips. And it's also like boys versus girls in this, but yeah. And when it's Elsa's turn, well, I mean, even if like she really wanted to use her powers, but still. And her trying to do charades is interrupted when she once again hears that voice. And she calls it a night, and so does everyone else. And when everyone's out of the room, well, it's just Kristoff and Anna. And Kristoff trying to propose to her, but doesn't work out, and maybe next time. So Kristoff gets there. Of course he does. Of course, because we know that at a certain point, and more than likely at the end of the movie, he does propose. But anyways, and then a little later on, because Anna checking on Elsa, and the talk that they have, and when Anna sings a song to her sister, you know, the song that their mother sang and as a lullaby, and eventually because them falling asleep, but Elsa waking up to the sound of the voice that she's hearing, and then we get our next song number, which definitely is one of the top best songs in this Frozen film. Yeah, Frozen 2, I should say. Into the Unknown. Oh yeah, the power of this song, not just this, but a couple of other songs later on that are very powerful and strong. Even say, you know, All Is Found, yeah. But yeah, Into the Unknown, because Elsa just wanting to shut out the voice, wants nothing to do with it and such, but at the same time, she's getting very close to be really curious, and I'm sure she would know that it's not going to go away, because something to this, yeah. But yeah, because Into the Unknown, it is a good song, yeah. Definitely another great song for the character of Elsa, and with Idina Menzel's singing performance, really good. And after that, because, well, like the magic that she unleashed, you know, the snowflakes and such, well, something happens, and, well, Elsa figures that out with, you know, the spirits, fire, water, earth, and something happens in Arendelle. Chaos unleashes on Arendelle, technically, and everybody in Arendelle is forced out of Arendelle. Yeah, and like the wind blowing and stuff like that, yeah, because they're basically being told to get out of there. You know, Anna is concerned for her sister, and, well, Anna telling Elsa and setting her straight that they promise to never shut each other out again. And Elsa, you know, she was afraid how Anna would feel and so on. But yeah, Elsa coming clean and telling Anna that she accidentally woke up the spirits of the Enchanted Forest and so on. And they have to figure out how to save Arendelle, and, you know, with the spirits of the Enchanted Forest. And then at one point, the trolls step in, and Poppy, yeah, the main leader of the trolls, once again being voiced by Ciaran Hinds, if I'm pronouncing his full name right still. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, basically informing Elsa and Anna and warning them about Arendelle and what could possibly happen with Arendelle. And they have to go into the Enchanted Forest. But, you know, the thing is that the Enchanted Forest, having so much fog and smoke, and it's basically, you know, it basically has sealed the Enchanted Forest. No one can get through the fog, and yeah, it's sealed. Yeah, you can't get in. And anybody that would attempt to get in, well, they would be trapped forever. Yeah, and Poppy, he can't see farther into the future, and if something is not solved, and with what has happened and with the spirits, yeah, all is doomed for Arendelle and for the world. Yeah. So yeah. So with Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf, obviously all of them, going on an adventure to the Enchanted Forest. The trolls, they will watch and take care of the citizens of Arendelle. Also, we get a silent appearance of Oaken, you know, hoo-hoo, that, yeah, him. Not, I mean, just a silent appearance, but hey, at least he's still in the movie. So, yeah. So, again, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf, they start to travel to the Enchanted Forest, and it's a long journey that they have, and Olaf, a little montage of Olaf talking about some true facts, a very smart of Olaf, and it's funny, and with the character of Olaf, God. And at a certain point, Olaf and Elsa, they're fast asleep, and only Kristoff and Anna, they're awake, and, you know, they get some alone time while the two are asleep, and, you know, Anna was gonna go for a kiss, but Kristoff was once again trying to attempt to propose and pop the question to Anna, and some certain words that he said that Anna was kind of taking the wrong way, which he wasn't intentionally, just, you know, like saying she's crazy and stuff like that, just, ugh. But thankfully, Elsa once again hearing the voice, and yeah, that saves Kristoff. It was just getting out of hand, you know, unintentionally. And well, because they do make their destination to the Enchanted Forest, and, well, yeah, because it's sealed, and, well, because them trying to walk through the fog, no way they can get in, because it just, like, pushes them out. Olaf is kind of enjoying it. However, Elsa does find a way, and they do proceed in. And yeah, because, and to speed things up, because them, you know, looking around the Enchanted Forest, and at a certain point, Olaf has an encounter with this gust of wind, which being one of the spirits of the Enchanted Forest. And the next song number that we get is When I'm Older. Yeah, because, you know, it's nice that we get another, you know, funny song number from Olaf, you know, because in the first one, you know, him singing about summer, in summer. Yeah, the song that Olaf sings when I'm older, because certain things that he'll understand when he's older, and yeah. And it doesn't take too long for Olaf and the others to make peace with the spirit of the wind. And even when, like, even before that, Kristoff, he was still trying to, and, you know, still, like, Anna taking it the wrong way, but, yeah. And after Olaf is done singing his song number, well, the spirit of the wind, like, starts to blow Olaf, you know, making, like, a tornado, and then pulls in Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Sven. But in the end, yeah, it all comes to an end, and, you know, peace is made with the spirit of the wind. And, well, and because of, and, well, Elsa being trapped in the spirit of wind, trying to stop it, and with her powers, well, with that, it made, a frozen statue, which is a memory. And that's what they gotta do, because they've got to find memories and know about the past. Yeah. And then, at one point, all is interrupted by, Arendellian soldiers and, Northuldra, people, the Northuldra people as well, surrounding, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Sven and Olaf. Even when Anna pulled out a frozen sword, and Kristoff asking Anna, "How are you going to use that?" "I don't know." Just, yeah. And again, because with the Arendelian soldiers, one of them, and after all this time, he was alive and had been remaining and had been stuck in the Enchanted Forest. Mattias, yeah, again, being voiced by Sterling K. Brown. And another new face that we get is Yelna, yeah, one of the Northuldras, being voiced by Martha Plimpton. Yeah, I know I've seen her before, yeah. And two other Northuldra people that we see, Honey Marin being voiced by Rachel Matthews, and Ryder being voiced by Jason Ritter, the son of the late Jason Ritter, and we all know who his wifey is. Yeah. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's really cool that, and I almost forgot that he was the voice of Ryder in this. Not to mention, we would know him best in something else Disney-related on Disney Channel, Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls. Yep, Dipper Pines. Olaf at one point steps in, the Northuldra people and the Arendelian soldiers, they're surprised and shocked by the sight of a talking snowman, and Olaf thinks that they're shocked that, well, he's not wearing any pants. And then, if not one of the funniest things that came from Frozen 2, Olaf's reenactment of the first Frozen film. Well, and obviously the Northuldra people and the Arendelian soldiers have to know and have to be caught up with what all has been happening for the past, 35 years, especially for Mattias, but yeah. So Olaf reenacting the first Frozen film from beginning to end, and how Olaf does it, so funny. And like, say, when it comes to Hans, oh, I'm the bad guy, or the mentioning of Elsa and Anna's parents, they died, and that's so funny. And then when it comes to what's currently happening now with this, that they're trying to find the memories in the past, which they have no clues to do so, and Elsa hearing a voice, and any questions? Asks Olaf. Nobody answers, but yeah. And everything starts to settle down, and even when Anna and Elsa, they recognize Mattias, and Mattias is informed on what happened to Elsa and Anna's parents. And, so everything's good now, especially for, the Northuldra and the Arendelian soldiers that are stuck in the Enchanted Forest. And they all settle down, and, some of the interactions that they have, like, say, one moment between Honey Marin and Elsa, and Honey Marin informs Elsa that there is a fifth spirit. What could the fifth spirit be? Well, I mean, it has to do with the rivers and the location of Atholan, if I'm still saying it right, yeah. And with the song that Elsa and Anna's mother sang, that whole thing. And some of the other interactions that happen with the characters, like Anna with Mattias, and Kristoff with Ryder, and Ryder also wrangling with reindeer and such, and Olaf interacting with some of the kids, and the kids having fun with Olaf. Like, one moment where, like, some kids, like, put, like, ice pieces on Olaf, like, making a beard or something. It's pretty funny. But then at one point, all of that conversations that each of the characters have, and when it comes to Elsa and Honey Marin, talking and the mentioning of a fifth spirit in the Enchanted Forest, presumably, well, that's all interrupted when Earth Giants show up. And they all take cover, they hide, not to be seen by the Earth Giants. One almost, hears a rustle, a rustling sound that Elsa makes, like, on the ground, but thank goodness that, their cover was not blown. And thankfully, the Earth Giant passes by, and they're all good. And also, can't forget to mention this, because right before the Earth Giants showed up at the conversations they had, there was a little bit of an attack from, a fiery spirit. And, well, this basically was this lizard, a salamander, which being named Bruni, I think it's Bruni, yeah. That's the name of the lizard, by the way, because it has like fiery powers and stuff like that. Yeah, it is the fire spirit, yeah. And by the way, the wind spirit, Olaf gave a name to the wind, to the spirit of the wind, Gale. And I guess, that's the name that the spirit of the wind likes, yeah. So again, them encountering the fire spirit, which being a lizard named Bruni, and, yeah. And again, also, the earth spirits are the earth giants, yeah. So, after their encounter with the fire spirit, which, they make peace with, and it's so cute and cuddly, being a lizard, and interacting with Elsa and Olaf, and the other characters. And yeah, again, after their encounter with the earth giants, the earth spirit, which, again, they were hiding and so on, well, and to speed things up, because, well, everybody starts to scatter and leave the area. Even Kristoff went off with Ryder because of the reindeer, round up the reindeer and so on. While Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, they go off to, well, continue on searching for answers and, about the past and so on. And Anna a bit upset when she's told, like, what happened with Kristoff and just, yeah. And that whole sequence with Kristoff and still trying to practice on trying to propose to Anna, and when he and Ryder think it is Anna, and just, yeah, which it's Yelena, Yelena informing Kristoff that, Anna and the others left, and yeah, Kristoff being very upset by this. And then, yeah, Kristoff's song number. Oh boy. Well, I don't know, because, I didn't, honestly, I don't think it was that bad. Shout out to my mom, because I know that, she didn't really get into this, and especially how this song was done. But I mean, look, we get what's going on, with this, and just, yeah, lost in the woods, and, Kristoff feeling that, he and Anna might drift apart and all that subject and such, yeah. And when he thinks that Anna's right there and trying to go for her, but it's just like a rock that makes the form of Anna, or, when he thinks that he's holding her hands or hugging her, but she's not really there. Even, Sven. Sven starts to talk and sing as well as the other reindeer. Again, I think we all get where this song is going, but for me, like how I put it if they could have done it better and stuff like that with how it would be sung, and just, I don't know. But it is what it is in the film. We know we know the meaning of the song and what goes through poor Kristoff's mind and such. Yeah, so may not be really the best, but not really god-awful, right? Just, yeah. But anyways, and after that, because, coming back to Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, Elsa trying to call out to the voice, ah, and Olaf helping out Elsa, trying to call out to the voice too, but even Anna, telling Olaf that maybe it should just be Elsa, and Olaf commenting on Elsa's vocals, like, thinking that it's not really that good. He thinks he's good at it, but yeah. And that at one point, they are led and find, basically, what is in the Enchanted Forest and in the dark blue sea and so on. The wrecked ship that their parents were in. Yeah. And them going into the wrecked ship, and they're shocked by the sight of this, and how is it possible, they ask. How could it be in the Enchanted Forest, and so on. Well, and what they discover in the wrecked ship, well, their parents were trying to find the answers to their daughter's powers and so on. But when, sadly, the ship, was basically adrift to sea, and like the ocean took down the ship, and sadly Elsa and Anna's parents, the king and queen, did not make it. Elsa feeling terrible by this and feeling that it's her fault. Not because of, what they were doing for her and so on, because of their deaths. And Elsa, by this point, she knows what she has to do and where the voice is calling, but she has to do it alone. But Anna is refusing for this because, well, they made a promise, and with the song that they had sung, that, they stick together. But Elsa cannot risk this, and, well, she basically makes a nice boat for both Anna and Olaf, and, sending them far away and sending them to the river, while Elsa by herself is gonna do this, like find the location of where the voice is calling, and just, yeah. And when coming back to Anna and Olaf, yeah, because them being on the ice boat, Olaf can see and sense that Anna is starting to feel angry towards her sister, and so is Olaf, yeah. And then at one point, because, both of them expressing the anger and such, Anna has, Olaf to because, well, they're right near the earth giants, and they have to be quiet. And even right as they are about to go down a waterfall, she tells Olaf, don't scream, and they don't, but Olaf just, quietly screaming. Gotta at least let out something, even though you gotta force yourself to be quiet. So yeah, they are now stuck down in this cave and with no way out, and they just have to keep moving forward, and possibly if they can find a way out, and yeah. So, yeah, just being Olaf and Anna, and, well, there's no sign of Kristoff and Sven for now, or any of the Arendellian soldiers, or the Northuldra people, yeah, because we mostly just see Anna, Olaf, and when coming back to Elsa, out on the beach and at shore, yeah, because... And what was shown in one of the first trailers for Frozen 2, where we see Elsa attempting to run on the water with her powers, yeah, making ice in the ocean to run. The first attempts didn't go so well, especially with the powerful waves, but eventually she manages to succeed on, getting through the water, especially with the help of the water spirit, in the shape of a horse named Nock. Yeah. So Nock, the water spirit, Nock in the form of a horse, I should say, helping out Elsa make her destination, and, well, this is where we get our next song number. Another powerful and great song number for Elsa, which being Show Yourself. Yeah. Elsa making her destination to... and with, the song that her mother had sang, and, the Atholian River, yeah, and the location where the voice is, and it's very icy and such, and yeah. And just, again, Show Yourself is another great song number, and another very important song number in this film, yeah. And how close Elsa is getting the answers that they've been trying to search for on the past and so on. And when she finds out that the voice that has called out to her throughout this film, it's actually her mother, oh my darling. And I love how, with Elsa still singing, how she breaks down and just, we see a bit of tears, and she's a bit teary-eyed. Ugh. That's so good. That is so good. Yeah. And that's what's important in some Disney animated films, with the emotion and so on. Yeah. Disney never disappoints at that. And they did not with this. Nope. Yeah, and after the song number, well, she's down below, and all these memories in the form of snow and ice start to emerge. Callbacks to the first Frozen film, like when they were kids, and when Elsa is hearing herself sing a little bit of Let It Go, just, because I think, yeah, she doesn't need to hear that again. And a little cameo of the Duke of Weselton. And by the way, because to name off some of the other voice cast members, yeah, Alan Tudyk, once again, doing some voices. And in Frozen 2, he voiced a guard. He voiced the Northuldra leader, who we see in just a moment with the memories. One of the Arendelian soldiers, and as I mentioned, the Duke of Weselton. Also, Hans, just archival voice recordings of Santonio Fontana. And when we see Hans, a memory of Hans, Elsa just using her powers to break the snow and ice form of Hans. It's funny. And also the archival recordings of the original voices of young Elsa and Anna, Levi Stubbenroch, if I'm saying her last name right still, and Eva Bella. Yeah. And Bludda, also Maya Wilson, Kai, Stephen J. Anderson. Yeah, Stephen J. Anderson, yeah. And a few others, yeah, because one other who I will not mention just yet. Yeah, at the very end of the movie. And then Elsa coming face to face with memories of her grandfather. And basically, Elsa finds out that her grandfather was basically the bad guy. He let the fear get to him and made him, and the fear made him who he was. And yeah, and if it's not obvious, King Runerd, the grandfather of Elsa and Anna, was the one that killed the Northuldra leader. And when the Northuldra leader, and when seeing more memories on how this happened, and when the king killed the leader, well, because he just wasn't doing anything. He just, was just there, just with a cup or something, just, doing something innocent and with, magic or something, just, and this is right after the royal dam was built, and when friendship and peace was literally happening between the people of Arendelle and the people of Northuldra. Yeah, and the king is what started this. And, yeah, and Elsa, even though, because the memory of the king, just being a memory, obviously cannot hear his granddaughter, Elsa setting her grandfather straight about the fear that he had and so on. Yeah. And then things get out of hand when Elsa starts to freeze up, her hands and up to her body, and yeah. And Elsa, with all that she has left right before she's frozen, sends out a message to inform Anna and Olaf with what she discovered. And, well, she's frozen. Yeah, poor Elsa. And now it's up to Anna and Olaf and the others. And, well, when that message gets to Anna and Olaf, that's when, most notably Anna, also discovers what really happened in the past with her grandfather. Yeah, and knowing that the Northuldra leader didn't do anything, and there was no reason for the king, the grandfather of Elsa and Anna, to do this. Not to mention, it's also discovered that Elsa and Anna's mother was a Northuldra person as well. And, well, if it's not obvious, she saved their father when they were kids, and when we saw that their father got injured, and yeah, hearing that voice, and yeah, and that's how they met. Yeah, we also find out about that. And, well, yeah, because it's up to Anna and Olaf to do what they have to do next. And when they also discover that the royal dam wasn't really for peace and such for the Northuldra people, it was a trick, so they have to destroy the royal dam. But then at one point, something starts to happen to Olaf. According to Olaf, he's flirting, and then he quickly realizes that he's flirting away. The magic is disappearing. He's about to be gone and die and such, and yeah, it's very emotional for Anna and Olaf. And when Anna is holding Olaf in her arms, and yeah, some good dialogue from each of them. And when it comes down to warm hugs, oh, right there, just, ugh. No doubt about it. You know, heart-wrenching that is, with the mention of warm hugs, that being Olaf's thing, and that being the last thing that they do. And thus, well, the hope is gone in how Anna feels, because Elsa and Olaf are not there and to help out, and, well, it's really Anna that has to do this on her own. But eventually, with the help of Kristoff and Sven, when she catches up with them, she reunites with them, and when the others from the Arendelian soldiers and such, they help out. But yeah, first, we start with Anna, and, well, the next song number that we get, because when she's feeling low at first, but she knows that she's got to move, she's got to keep going, and thus the song being The Next Right Thing. And yeah, a fine song for Anna, and with Kristen Bell's fantastic, you know, singing, not just Idina Menzel, but everyone else. All of them having fantastic voices, singing voices. Yeah, and again, The Next Right Thing, great song, and a fine song for Anna and what she has to do next. And when, yeah, eventually she did find a way out, and when Olaf was still alive, and yeah, so she has to move forward and to take down the dam. But in order to do so, well, you know, there's no other choice. She has to wake up the Earth Giants. Yeah, so that's what happens. She approaches the Earth Giants asleep, and, you know, wake up! Can I just say, I sometimes love the facial expressions on some of the characters. You know, most notably with, say, Elsa and Anna. Man, they've got fantastic facial expressions in the Frozen films, yeah, especially with this. I'm just saying, you know, I'm sure you guys get my point, and yeah, you would think so too. Yeah, Anna, yeah, she succeeds on waking them up, and yeah, she really did it, and having them follow her, and that's what happens. Making their destination to the Royal Dam. The Arendelian soldiers, as well as the Northuldra people, they are aware and they see what's happening with the Earth Giants awake and what they're doing. And eventually, yeah, when Kristoff and Sven step in, and, you know, they find Anna, and Anna telling Kristoff and Sven that they have to get to the Royal Dam, so, you know, the Earth Giants can throw those giant boulders and rocks that they're throwing at them to throw at the dam. And, well, when they make their way, the Arendelian soldiers are puzzled, and, you know, what exactly is going on, and what is Anna doing? And she tells them, and most notably to Mattias, that the Royal Dam has to be destroyed, and telling them that their king was a traitor, and all that had happened between them and the Northuldra people. And good thing, because, well, Mattias listens, and, well, starting with him and the other Arendelian soldiers, like, smashing their shields to get the Earth Giants' attention. And yeah, and as Anna makes her way to the dam, and there's the bridge of the dam, well, the Earth Giants throwing their boulders and rocks, and ultimately, the dam is destroyed. However, the risk that Arendelle could be destroyed by all the water that was, you know, held by the dam, yeah. But thankfully, and when the Royal Dam is destroyed, and this is what frees and breaks the curse and such of the Enchanted Forest, yeah, and this also saves Elsa. She's unfrozen, and yeah, and a little tease of of Olaf, soon to be resurrected. And well, because the water making its way to Arendelle, we see the Arendelle people as well as the trolls, how close the water is getting. But thankfully, Elsa, along with the water spirit, Nock, making their way, and well, Elsa using her powers to stop the water from hitting and destroying and flooding Arendelle. Yeah, calming the water down, and yeah, she succeeds. And well, everything's good now. And with the 5 spirits, yeah. And we do find out who the 5th spirit is. Yeah, because when Elsa and Anna are finally reunited, and the new wardrobe that Elsa has, because, you know, during the, you know, Show Yourself song number, and also the 5th spirit is Elsa, yeah, because when Elsa tells that to Anna, that she's the 5th spirit, the spirit of ice and snow, obviously, yeah. And also, Elsa mentioning on, you know, them, you know, having the same mother, just, you know, what she says, yeah, really good. And, yeah, Kristoff and Sven showing up, and then Elsa, yeah, a heartwarming moment between Elsa and Anna, you know, them sticking together and as sisters, and Elsa popping the question to Anna, do you want to build a snowman? And thus, yeah, she, and, you know, obviously Elsa is aware and she can sense what happened to Olaf, and thus, with her magic, resurrecting and bringing Olaf back to life, and Olaf is happy to see that they're all reunited, and finally, Kristoff pops the question to Anna by proposing, and Anna being so emotional, I love that, and yeah, they're finally engaged and soon to be husband and wife, yeah, and, well, what would come next for both Anna and Kristoff? And peace between them and the Earth Giants pretty well, and, well, all is good for the Arendellian soldiers and the Northuldra people, and all of the other citizens of Arendelle, all coming together finally. Coming together, not with magic, but with love. And the Northuldra people, most notably Honey Marin, suggesting and saying to Elsa that maybe she should stay with them, because it seems like her place is here, and, you know, not to say that she can't come back to Arendelle. Well, and that's because a little later, the passing of the torch, being the Queen of Arendelle, is given to Anna, and rightfully so. And for Elsa, well, her remaining in the north and with the Northuldra people, and technically being a queen there, I guess you could say. Yeah, pretty much. And, well, Mattias returning to Arendelle and whom he's with, and, well, because it's just pretty funny, because, you know, 35 years have passed, according to him, and Yelena, and, like, Mattias is starting to learn about photos, you know, taking pictures and stuff like that. And in the picture, he's not smiling, because, well, obviously at first he's clueless, like, what is going on. And yeah, again, Anna becoming Queen of Arendelle, and a statue is unveiled of younger versions of Elsa and Anna's parents, the original King and Queen of Arendelle. Yeah, and very fitting, because it's a statue of them as kids. Yeah. And yeah, because again, Anna being Queen of Arendelle, and even Sven, Olaf, and Kristoff, they got all dressed up and fancied, especially for Anna. Yeah, but Anna prefers the wardrobe that Kristoff has worn. Yeah. Yeah, just pretty funny. And, well, Gale, being there, the wind spirit, and, well, because, yeah, Anna has a message for Elsa to be you know, because Gail passing the message to Elsa from Anna on, well, coming over to Arendelle and on a Friday to play charades, yeah. And all is going great in the north and with the Northuldra people and with Elsa, yeah. And with the water spirit, Nock, in the form of a horse, and riding Elsa back to the location, you know, where she discovered and so on, yeah. Just, yeah, overall, a great way to end off Frozen 2 with the epilogue and with what the characters are now doing. Just, yeah, just fantastic. And by the way, because I think at times I had forgotten about this, there being an end credits scene after the credits. Well, because we see Olaf, and he is reenacting a little bit of what had happened in Frozen 2. And, well, because he basically was reenacting this to Marshmallow and those little snowmen. Yeah, we get a cameo of Marshmallow and those little snowmen, and Marshmallow once again being voiced by Paul Briggs. And we did see at one point in the film when Elsa, Anna, and Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven, they were making their destination to the Enchanted Forest. We saw, you know, off in the far off distance, I should say, we saw the ice castle that Elsa made in the first Frozen film. Yeah. And, well, obviously, because Olaf went to that icy palace and where Marshmallow still resides, and, yeah, interacting the events of Frozen 2, and Marshmallow was happy to hear, because, you know, they all live, and, you know, good story, just, yeah. Yeah, just what a funny way to end it off with that end credit scene. Yeah. The ending to Frozen 2 with the epilogue and the end credit scene, what more do I have to say? Really good. Frozen 2. Yeah. Again, it's a fantastic computer Disney animated sequel, and for this being the first sequel to Frozen. And again, you know, it may not top off the first Frozen film, but, you know, it's still really good, and it's no disappointment. The story that was brought to Frozen 2, really good, with the characters, some new faces that we see, the surprising moments and the reveals, and when they're trying to figure out and, you know, on the past and so on. The music and score, good too, and with the songs that the Lopez's brought to Frozen 2, really good as well. And with, you know, the beautiful animation, the funny moments, and especially the heart-wrenching moments. Ugh, just, yeah. And just some amazing climactic stuff, and with the adventure that they have, and just, yeah, overall, Frozen 2 is a really good Disney computer animated sequel. And again, this being the first sequel to Frozen, just, yeah, not a disappointment at all. Really good. And I'm giving Frozen 2, well, yeah, again, may not be the best as the first one, but still, you know, it's good. I'm giving it, yeah, 8 out of 10 stars. Yes, 8 out of 10 stars for Frozen 2. And what about you guys? What did you think of Frozen 2 itself? Were you excited to, you know, see Frozen 2 when it was announced and when seeing the trailers, and those of you that saw it on the big screen, or until it made its way to DVD, Blu-ray, digital, Disney Plus, etc.? What were some of your favorite moments from Frozen 2, and with what goes on with the characters? The funny moments, the emotional moments, them trying to figure out the past and the surprising reveals, and, you know, with the songs, and which are some of your favorite songs? And, like, how do you feel like on, say, Kristoff's song number, or say the song numbers that Olaf, Elsa, and Anna had? Yeah, just any of the songs from Frozen 2. Again, your favorite moments, and, you know, just like everything that went down into Frozen 2, and like I said, just the amount of work and effort that those at Walt Disney Animation Studios did, and what they brought to Frozen 2, fantastic. Again, I applaud you. You did a great job with what you brought to the first Frozen sequel. So yeah, again, overall, what do you think of Frozen 2 itself, and with what I've had to say, my review, and yeah, what did you think of my review? Leave comments and give this review video a like, as always. And so, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Frozen 2. More review videos are coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video / review. And with that, Animated Sequel Movie Week has come to a close. Yeah, it's been fun with the computer animated sequels that I have reviewed, and yeah, I can't wait until the next one. Take care, and until Frozen 3, peace out.